Going on here? There we go. I think this is working. There we go. I think this is working. Okay, why am I hearing my audio? Okay, why am I hearing my audio? How about that? Is that working? These cats are annoying me too, y'all. I'm trying to set this up. This little good boy right here, the one that's beating me in the head right now. This one.
He's absolutely got a case of the Greebles.
I know what it is now. I bet it's because I've got my stream pulled up and it's not muted. There we go. Now is it working? You hear me alright? No echo, no muted thing?
Sounds fine.
Okay, good. That's what it was. I had my stream in the background on the stream, what you call it? The, stream thing here. I'm going to do an ad real quick so that way it doesn't shut everything off. And we'll go from there. Okay, that ad's almost over. So we're going to be sitting here and trying to get everything fixed up. My lips are chapped. I have not eaten yet. So I'm probably going to keep this probably about an hour or so because we got some friends wanting to play some stuff later tonight. We're thinking about playing some DVD with Mugen. Hey Wrath. My phone is doing it again. It's just starting. It won't shut up. Now what are you doing? Manage my live dashboard. Thank you, Twitch. I'm not on it or streaming or anything. Here, let me have all these notifications. Okay, so I'm going to be doing... Hey, Mech. we're gonna be doing the AMA stream. I was supposed to do this on Friday, but as many of y'all know, we had some unfortunate news about our house. Our landlord told us back in I think it was the 7th, something like that, that he put our house up on the market to sell because he has cancer and he's got sick. So that's all right. We completely understood that. We figured that this house was, because this house, when it was on the market the last time when he bought it, it took like 6 months to get the house sold. So we figured we had enough time, to start planning and getting ready to move, get down payment, deposit, whatever you want to call it, fixed up for either have our own house or move to another house. And then we started showing the house to different realtors that we figured there was like 4 or 5, and they come in. Their house is like a mess because we live in an old farmhouse type ordeal. Like, it's not an old farmhouse. It's like a house in the city, but that's the best way to describe it, is old farmhouse. The roof needs to be repaired. We got water pipes going through the wall, like not on the inside of the wall. This is like they're outside where you can see them. You just go in the kitchen, you look up, and you see water pipes. Because of the landlord before didn't fix stuff the right way. So we figured we had time. We didn't figure anybody would buy this that fast. And then we got told on the 12th that we had 30 days to get out. Because we have a 30-day lease on our, we go month-to-month lease. So it's been 2 days. We've got money going up. We got like a charity type fund, whatever you want to call it, for moving expenses. But that's where my focus has been, and that's where my focus will be until we get to another place. We're trying to find somewhere where we have the same amount of room that we have right now, and we can keep our pets. It's really hard because if anybody that knows, watches the stream, we've got 7 cats and 1 dog. We have found a place where we can keep our dog and 3 of the cats. So we can keep most of them, but it's still going to be really sad and really upsetting if we have to get rid of our babies. So we're trying to find for another place, but we're keeping up with everything. We do have places for the cats to go. My mom said that she would take the cats that we can't have. She's going to keep those. So hopefully we can find a place to keep all the animals. If not, they've already got a home to go to. But nothing's in good ordeal right there. So I've been really focused on just working and just keep my mind trying to stay positive while we're looking for stuff. On top of all this stress, tomorrow our youngest son has to go get his tonsils out, which I know is a really mild surgery, but anytime anything like that happens, it automatically makes me nervous. So hopefully his surgery goes well. My wife's going to look at a house in the town that he has to have the surgery in, or the city has got to have the surgery in as well. Hopefully that will work out. If it works out where we get that house, it will be a newer model house, better than this one, and we'll hopefully be able to keep our pets and everything. But we'll have to move like an hour and a half away from where we are now. So it'll be more of a issue moving, but hopefully better in the long run. The only thing, hi Junior. The only thing that hey Shoegazer. The only thing that we're really upbeat about is we're getting, we have to move, so we'll get a newer house, newer apartment, and we won't have all the issues that we're having with this one. Right now, our kitchen floor is falling through. We have it's just a patch job. Would you settle down? What are you doing? Settle down. He's 8, so he's a little froggy right now. He's running around making a mess. There's just so much stuff that's wrong with this house. We need a new roof. The roof leaks. The floor's falling through. We have on the porch, we have a wraparound halfway around the porch. The maintenance man come and cut a hole in the ceiling out there to do some work, and then he just disappeared. So we've had a hole out there for like a month and a half now. No telling how many squirrels and stuff we got into that. We got a big tree outside that may fall down. So That's it. We're trying to stay as positive as possible. It's really hard. Like we've had last 2 nights have been rough, but we're trying to stay more upbeat about focusing on the new house, and hopefully we'll have a new house where we don't have all these issues. And my work has been doing good. Would y'all stop? They're making it so hard, y'all. Yeah, you be good. So that's what's been going on. That's why there haven't been no streams. Also, I wasn't going to stream yesterday because yesterday was Extra Life. So even if I was having a good day, I would not have done that. We do not own our current home right now. We are renting from our landlord, and he just sold our house, so we have like 30 days to move. So we're looking for another place. We're gonna look for a newer place. If I had actually owned this house, I would have fixed all the stuff. But since I don't own the house, I'm not doing repairs on somebody else's property that's not ours. And plus, my health's not been the best, right? My health has been, it's on the upswing now. My health's been doing way better, and I've actually been able to actually work and stuff like that. So hopefully this is a positive note. Hopefully it's just something to get further on the good side. Hey, Moog. Okay, so I'm going to go through. I've got a paper, wrote down. This is some questions that people ask me in different Discords, on Twitter. Just a whole big bunch of stuff. There's like 17 of these. Some of them might take a little while, and some of them might not. So I'm just going to go through and get some of these, and then after I go through these, yeah, we were expecting like a few months, like 3 months maybe, to get everything done, and this was just like bam, bam. It's been. I think he told us we were going to have to. He would start showing the house on like the 7th, and then on the 12th we were told we had to get out. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I think I sent you a message, but I think it was on one of the days that you were really out of it too. So we got like 28 days to move out. So we're looking for places and stuff like that. Yeah, they really threw us under the bus on that one. We were not expecting that. We expected more than 30 days, but our what's it called, lease is just for 30-day lease, and it won't hold up in court if we try to protest it and get more time. So we've already looked up a lot of the laws around here. We live in Tennessee, so the laws really don't help people in our situation either. If we was in a bigger city or a bigger town or area, it would help us out more. So yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah, since we live in Tennessee, we don't really have like as big of an issue with the bigger cities, because if you do a bigger city, like the big city is like, we have Nashville, we have Chattanooga, we have Memphis, we have Knoxville, and everything in and around that are pretty like small. So no problem, Moog. I know you were busy. You were going through a lot of stuff. This happened on Friday, so you were just coming out of not having electricity and stuff. So I wasn't going to pester you too much about it. So it's one of those things. We've got a whole thing going up, but it'll get better. Hopefully, we're trying to stay positive. So yeah, we got three kids. Our oldest, his girlfriend is staying with us too, but like our oldest is 18. And his girlfriend, he's still in school, and his girlfriend's in college here, and they live with us. And then we've got our other two is 15 and 13, and then we got 7 cats, 1 dog. We've got a charity link set up. We've got a GoFundMe set up, and I've been working my butt off trying to get as much money as we can. So luckily, that's one of the best things, Wrath, is our winter weather really isn't winter weather, so it's not really too bad right now. The new people that's moving in want this house for themselves, Moog. They actually want to live here. They're kicking us out so they can live here. They paid $40,000 cash to live in our horrible house. I think they will change their mind. Like we have space heaters right now because our gas heat is out. They have no gas heat. But yeah, we live in Tennessee, so it's like 63, 64 degrees out right now. So we're still getting like 60 and 70 degree weather. So luckily it's not like January or February yet. That's our cold months. But I don't know what they're going to do. If like to buy this house and fix it up, it's going to be like another 80,000 to fix this house up to make it look nice, because you've got to take out all the. I ought to make a video and put it on. I don't even know if you could flip this house like that though. It's so bad. It's like from the outside, it looks like the haunted old house that's in every horror movie. Like I need to actually make a video and make a TikTok about it and let y'all see what this house looks like. I've thought about it. Since we're getting kicked out, we might as well just show what it is. There's no telling. This house probably has black mold in it and everything. But we got the floors falling through. We've got pipes going through the wall. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm trying to be on the positive side. We've lived here for, what, 6 years now?
Yep.
We've been here for 6 years. And we've done little improvements the whole time we've been here, but not like a lot because, I mean, I don't know this. Yeah, we've got. I need to. Did I get that fixed up? I don't know what my Nightbot is as well. I put it on Twitter. Me, look at my Nightbot. I've got the charity thing here that y'all can like share with people. I don't expect everybody to donate to it. I'm not that kind of person. Where is my things? Maybe that's it. Is that the one I put? That might have been it. Yeah, there we go. That's the GoFundMe. But yeah, if everybody cares to share that on your social media or whatever, I don't expect people to give money. Like we're doing fine on the money more than we are on the house hunting job. That's the issue we're having, is finding the place to rent. We've got. Yeah, don't worry about it. I know you're already struggling on stuff. I don't expect people to give money to us. I'm not really stressing on that. It was more we fixed that up because we didn't think we have help. We do have help. Her grandpa was going to help. We've made like I told you earlier. I don't want to discuss all our financial stuff, but I've been working my butt off. I made some good money this week, so share it around. And then it was probably the worst week for this to happen too, because all my friends have donated all their money to Extra Life, which is a very good cause. I donate to Extra Life. We've donated to Extra Life this year multiple times. Like it was on Extra Life week, so everybody's like, we saved up for this. Well, thank you so much, you guys are like. I hate asking for charity and stuff, you know. It's just one of those things I don't like to do. I like to earn my money, and it feels really bad to even have a GoFundMe. We've had two. Or this will be the second one. We had a GoFundMe last year whenever I was really sick. And our house come up on the market the first time because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then we looked up and had this guy buy it and rent it back to us for the same amount. So, but it's just one of those things, like, I appreciate everybody donating and stuff. But if you're in a situation where you can't donate, don't worry. Like, I don't like anybody putting themselves out to help me. Like, we should be fine. We're saving money back. I wish we had more time to save money back, because I was going to plan on doing this anyway. I was going to start working my butt off and getting money, you know. But then, like, and this is coming up on our slow season too. So this is one of those situations that just kind of popped up out of nowhere. We didn't expect to be looking for a house right now. We were going to start saving up to buy our own house. And then this situation just come out of nowhere, because we thought we were going to be here for a while. And all our savings went last year. Last year, all year long, I made $5,000 or $4,000. That's all I made on my job. My wife works all the work last year that we paid for. She done, because I was so sick I couldn't get up out of bed. You have a wonderful night. I appreciate you, shoegazer. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything. Have a good one. Last year was really rough on everything. So, Okay, I thought I recognized your name from Miss K's. So I'll see you around. I'm always in Miss K's chat off and on. I know she canceled her stream tonight. I think she said it for tomorrow or something like that. I can't remember. And then Mugen's gonna stream in a little bit too. I think Jobin's still streaming as well. Hydrate, yes, we'll hydrate. I'm trying to make sure I stay up on that because I haven't been doing a lot of hydrating the last 2 days. There's that one out. No. Y'all be good. And then we're going to, let me go ahead and start these answerings right here. Chug, chug, chug. Yes, Tower. I chugged it. Okay, somebody asked me, next goal, big or small? My small goal is to get 10 people average on Twitch. That's my small goal. My big goal is to own our own home. And I made these goals before we figured out that we were going to be moving. So if anything, we were going to start saving and getting a house. That was what our next goal was to save and move somewhere nicer, or like we've been talking for a while about getting something where we could move the kids around with and stuff. What have we got? Okay, there's somebody tagged me in something. I thought it was a message, but it was not. It was just a post. We'll leave more of that. We were hoping to get our home. Okay, how I got my name. And Tower is the one that asked me this. My Twitch name is Brimstorm. My nickname was Storm for many years on Xbox, on all these things. All my friends called me Storm. And my last name is... I'm not going to tell you my whole last name on the thing. Most people already know it anyway, but it's like the first 4 letters is Brim. So I just put my last name and my nickname together, and I was like, well, that looks very, very good to, very close to Brimstone, and I thought it was unique enough that people would like it, and I didn't know of any other Brimstorms, so I went ahead and done that. Evidently, there was a Brimstorm on Twitch without the X's, but he never streams or uses it, so I just went ahead and put the X's on there so that way would it get the name. And I actually started streaming as I use controller is what I had it for to start with. I was like, well, I don't like the name of this and it's so long. Everybody called me controller and I didn't like that, so now Brimstorm works better, and everybody can call me Brim or Storm or my first name or whatever you want to, and Brim comes out a lot easier, especially whenever you're playing FPS games. As Tower knows, when we play Battlefield, he will yell out, Brim, need help over here, need help, pick me up, Brim. So it works out a lot easier for call-outs in games and such as well. Okay. Next question was, how did I get into streaming? This was a pretty easier one. I am agoraphobic. I don't leave the home that much, and all my friends are online. So I started streaming to one, to make people make friends with people, because I figured that would be the easiest way. Make people laugh and smile and have fun, and it's just something to do to take up my time on top of everything. Okay. Anyone I love to stream with. What would I be and why? Animal. What animal would I be? What animal would I be? Hang on 1 second so I can yell at the kids real quick, and I'll be right back. There we go. There we go. What kind of animal would I be? I don't know. I think I'd like to be a dog just because it'd be nice and chill to sit around all day long. Get pets. Be a good boy. I think that would be cool. I'd say a sloth or something, but I think I would get bored with that. I was standing there in the estuary. Oh, you deleted half your message. I have no clue what the. uh, Anybody I'd love to stream with? I would love to stream with Jack. Jack Patillo. Jack's always been since I've known about Jack. It's always been one of my wishes to stream with him or be a part of one of his things. I did get to stream an Extra Life event with Jack, the Extra Life Minecraft build, and I think I've got those VODs up on my YouTube or possibly highlighted in my reel. I have talked to Jack Patillo. I've built with Jack Patillo, and it was a really, really fun event. But I haven't got to keep in touch with him that much. But it was so amazing to stream with him. We talked and we built stuff for him. The Extra Life charity that they build, and they built the Rooster Teeth Killing Gardens or whatever, is what I built in Minecraft for Jack. And he was speechless for it and actually cried on stream about me building that for him. And it was a very loving, touching moment. So I love that. If not Jack Patil, anybody from Achievement Hunter or Rooster Teeth. I've talked to a few people from Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth, and it's been one of those things that's wonderful. That stream did change so much. I've met so many people from that stream. That's how I met most of the people that I hang out with and talk to, like Newts and Blake and all that. They were on that stream. Phil, all those we played with. Beans. Right back. I was gonna say I got the beans Miss K had. You got, okay, got you. So all my hard-earned points that I've been got stored up. You can be beamed. Okay. I've got to look for some of those things to do on stream because I think those would be really fun to add to my stream. But the only reason I haven't done it is it's so hard for me to find something that would be both icky but not bad for me. Oh, so you have the exact same birthday as Michael? Okay. That'll be easy to look up. I've talked to Michael once, and he responded to me in chat in his stream, but I haven't really talked to him much, and he doesn't stream the same way. I've probably talked to Jack and Matt the most, and they talk back. Matt's done some stuff, or Matt's messaged me before. I did message and talk to Ryan Haywood before Ryan Haywood did all his stuff. That was before I was streaming, and I asked Ryan what I needed to set my stuff up with because he was the tech guy, and I looked up to him. And then his whole mess fixed up. He did get back to me and said, "Hey, let me see what I can do, and I'll look and see what I can tell you." And that was the last thing he ever said to me. He never sent me anything else past that. And I blocked him on Twitter and stuff, of course, because Ryan Haywood. Oh. Before I started streaming, I messaged Ryan what all I needed to do to start streaming, and
unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. Ryan's a bad person. We don't do that. We don't groom here. Grooming is bad. Cheating on your spouse is bad. I don't care. Okay, let's go to the next question before I get on. What's one game I'd stream if it was the only game that I could stream? My answer to that would change daily. Whenever I wrote this down, it was Stardew. I still go by that. Right now, currently, Stardew would be the game that I would stream. If that was the only game I could stream, and I had to stream that every time I streamed, Stardew would definitely be the game I streamed. Just because it's relaxing. There's so many ways to play it. There's so much stuff to do in it. I can change stuff. I can mod stuff. It's kind of like Minecraft. I mean, it's one of those things that there's so much you can do, but it would keep me busy, and I would be happy playing it for multiple days. That being said, there will also be, I will probably be streaming Stardew and the Epic Chef because I liked it. Yes, I would. I liked fishing so much. I have played. When I was playing New World, I spent more time fishing than I did anything else. I actually like to fish in real life. It's one of my things I like to do. I have not fished in years. The last time I went fishing was with my dad before he passed away. And that was before my wife and I had even started dating at that time period. I went fishing with him. And that was the last time I've been fishing. And that was probably 7 or 8 years ago. I haven't been fishing since then. I have not played Graveyard Keeper. It is on my list. My wife plays Graveyard Keeper, and of course Wrath plays it. If you watch Wrath play, I'm wanting to play Graveyard Keeper, but right now I have a mission in Stardew. I want to get all the achievements, and I actually want to get to the in-game content because I've never made it to the in-game content. I've played so many hours in it, and I always stop at like year 2, take a month off, and then come back, and it's like, oh, where was that? Let me start a new farm. So that's definitely something I want to do. I definitely want to play Graveyard Keeper eventually. I might wait, let Wrath get done playing it completely, so that way there's not 2 of us that's streaming the same game, especially something like that, so that way everybody doesn't get tired of it. I also have Epic Chef that I just purchased the other day before all this mess happened, and I am really having fun with it. I actually played the other night a little while to calm my nerves, and I got up to the same point I was on stream in less than half the time. So that was good. And I also done some other stuff that I didn't know I could do in it. So I might just start up the stream on that one again soon. Let's see what else I got here. Who's your favorite streamer to stream with? I was given this question by a fellow streamer that streams with me. And his response to this was, I want to see how many or who your favorite streamer is that you stream with, and I want to cause trouble because I'm not the favorite. It was not Tower on this one. This was another person. This one sent me a message on a Twitter for this, and I don't want to say their name, so I'm not going to fool with that. I like to cook, Mac. I love to cook. My favorite person to stream with is Mugen. Since me and Mugen's been streaming together, we always have fun. Tower is a close second. I like playing with Tower too, but it's the thing that we do with the problem I've had with this question was, this guy was like, I'm going to turn your friends against you. He was laughing about it. He made really a lot of fun with this. He's like, you're going to say one and the other one's not going to like it. But one of the other reasons that I thought this was so funny is because I stream with so many people. It's like, you had to pick one. And Tower is really like, he's to revive. Me and Tower have fun, but we've also had some really, really crappy games. I've had a lot of issues with some of the games because we've done streams with when we were doing Tower's 1 week reviews. Some of those were unnerving and nerve-wracking. When we played Magic Legends was one of the worst games I've ever played. But yeah, Mugen is my favorite pick for that thing. And then I have also many people I play with that it's like, it's so hard to come up with an answer for that. But 10 out of 10. You lie. You so lie. And if anybody hasn't watched those, I beg you to look up Tower's YouTube and watch his 1 week reviews that we've done. And there's so much infighting on some of that stuff, and it's always fun lived. Our opinions vary on each one because they've had some games that they loved, and I had some games that I hated, and it's just brought back the opposite. I hope you get time where you can do those again. I know you're stressed with school and stuff, but I enjoyed those. Like some of them were nerve-wracking, I will admit, because that Dark Alliance and that Magic Legends, ooh boy, they were not fun to do. But some of those games, I really had fun with them. Hopefully next summer. Yeah, like, even if you just done one off and on, that would be fun for me. I don't care whenever you do them, though. I'm not going to pressure you because I know you're busy. You're like us. You're busy with stuff. You're going to school. I understand. They were really fun. What's my next thing here? Favorite game of all time. This was a really, really hard one for me to do because I have loved video games since before I could talk, I was playing video games. My dad would hold me up and I would play Pac-Man and Dig Dug. So I love video games. It's like my passion that's kept up the whole time. I wanted to make video games. I never got into it because I got there was a whole family ordeal at that time period. I had a scholarship to go to the college that Nintendo uses in Washington, and I wanted to take it. And my mom did not give me that message until after my enrollment was over. She got my college paper from that, my approval or whatever, and then held that away from me. So I never went to that college. That probably would have been a different field of stuff that I went to. But my favorite game probably of all time was Final Fantasy Tactics. I probably put more hours into that game than any other game. I can always go back to that game, and it always feels different and always feels new, even though it's an RPG game. And I've always had fun with it. I don't think I've ever had a bad time playing Final Fantasy Tactics. It's just one of those really good games for me. It's either Final Fantasy Tactics or Final Fantasy 6. Both of those are really good. Even though Final Fantasy 6 has less replayability because it is pretty linear. I think that's the right word. Favorite movie? Oh no! If you want to see my true sentiments for Doom Eternal, go look at Tower's review of that. Oh, I hated that game. They ruined Doom for me. Platforming should not be in Doom. It was really grindy. I was upset with that game. Favorite movie? My favorite movie is Terminal with Tom Hanks. I don't know why. It's funny and it's got a heartwarming thing to it, and it's really like emotional at the same time. It's got a lot of plays on it, and as much as I like Marvel and action games, you'd think I would pick that, but it's just I don't know. There's something about Terminal, and Tom Hanks is my favorite actor. I will go ahead and answer that before he gets asked. I've never seen a movie that he was in that I didn't think his acting was great in it. The movie might not have been great, but I thought his acting was on par with everything. I'm not a fan of Castaway. I don't like Cloud Atlas. But I thought Tom Hanks was amazing in both of those, even though the movies weren't what I liked. And I know a lot of people like Castaway. I don't like Castaway. That's kind of like a nightmare for me, to be on a desert island surrounded by water, being hydrophobic. Would you stop beating me with your tail?
Luna's down there being a little psycho.
All these cats are being crazy tonight. Okay, the next one was favorite TV show. That was a really hard one for me as well, because I do watch a lot of TV. Can I help you? Okay. My toss-ups are between Adventure Time and Frasier. And I know that's a wide spectrum, wide difference in between the two. But I don't think I can choose, because I love Adventure Time. A lot of people that know me closely know that I love Adventure Time. But Frasier is also one of those things. I fell in love with Washington State, with Seattle, from Frasier, and I would love to go there and live there and stuff. These cats have been playing all day long today, and I don't know if they sense stress and that's what it is, or they're just, boy. He's all having fun, and that's the biggest fear that I have, is getting rid of my animals. I love my cats. As much as he's irritating me, I love this cat. He's not going anywhere. This is Junior. He will be coming with us no matter what. If I have to live out into a tent with him, I will live outside with Junior and Inte, our dog, because I can't get rid of the puppy and the kitty, because they mean so much to me. I was asked, what superpower would you want? I think I would like to have the power to heal. I think being a healer would be right up my alley, because I hate to see people in pain. I would like to take care of as many people. And like being super strong and being able to fly and being like Superman, or being like Wolverine and regenerate and have claws and stuff, that seems really cool. But me practically and how I feel and stuff, I think healing other people would be my best trait or the best choice for me. This right here from Tower as well. That's like every game we play, I'm normally either a healer or a tank. So I feel that that would be right up my alley to be what I think healing would fit my personality is what I'm trying to say, and the as many words as I'm throwing out there. One food you could eat all the time. I put pizza on there. Everybody knows I have a garlic and onion allergy, so I can't have regular people pizza anymore. But I can eat pizza still. I can have. I've been eating pizzas on a regular for the last week or two. We get a pre-made pizza crust, just a personal size pizza crust, because it's only me eating it. I normally put mushrooms, bell pepper, green olives or black olives, mozzarella cheese, of course, on there because it's the usual pizza thing. Sometimes I put butter on the bottom and top of the crust so that way it has a buttery flavor to it. And oh yeah, I miss out on so many meals. They're eating hot pockets today, and every time one of them makes a hot pocket, I can smell that and I can taste it, and I want it so bad, but I can't have it anymore. But like, pizza would probably be. There's so many options for me with pizza. Like I can even have a dessert pizza. So it's just like you've got all these options with pizza, and I think that would be the best way to go with it. I can do cauliflower crust and get a healthier option. Put extra veggies on top. It's just one of those, and it's also like one of those feel-good things for me. Even though I can't have like Domino's or Pizza Hut or anything, I can still have pizza and make me feel good. So that's my choice for that one. Next one was a deeper one. It was my biggest regret, and my biggest regret that I've had right now, to this day, is not getting all my teeth pulled whenever I had good insurance and I was younger. Somebody's TV is too loud. Really, really loud. I'm trying to. Hopefully, in the next place we get, it will be actually more sound absorbent too, so you don't get all the background stuff from the kids all that often. My biggest regret is not getting my teeth pulled out. They have caused me so much pain. They hurt every day. They're
Once again, it's your mom's fault.
Yep, it was actually my mom's fault, and I'll go ahead and tell this story too over here. My teeth have been bad since I was born. Whenever I was little, I was anemic. When I was born, I was a preemie. I ended up being in the hospital for 2 or 3 weeks. I was very sickly. I had jaundice. So they give me iron drops to build up my iron, which was regular at the time. I don't know how they do that now. I don't know if they give it through a shot or they do iron drops but differently. But whenever I grew up, all my teeth come in rotten. Every one of them. The dentist said they're baby teeth. Okay, whatever. Whenever he gets permanent teeth, it'll be alright. Well, he was wrong. Whenever I got my permanent teeth, when they come in, I already had cavities in my permanent teeth as soon as they popped up. Like, I've had 3 dentists and 1 orthodontist tell my mother that I needed to have my teeth pulled out and just get dentures as they were coming in, so that way it would not cause me health issues and stuff as I was older. My mom went ahead and found a dentist that refused to do that instead and just filled my teeth with fillings. So every 2 weeks, I would have a dentist appointment to go in, and all the cavities that came in, he would fill those in. It didn't work because the cavities, the fillings would fall out, my teeth would mess up, they would break. And instead of getting those pulled and taken care of like normal, like now I probably could have had all my teeth out, been able to save up money and get the, not dentures, but the ones that go inside your mouth or whatever, I forget what they're called. Whenever I got out, and I won't go into the whole other issue, but whenever I left my parents' house, I was just like, I was homeless for a few months, and then I got jobs, and now I met my ex, and she had 2 kids, and we never had money after that to do anything with. So I never took care of my teeth besides brushing and flossing and all that stuff. So now all my teeth are like really bad, and they all need to come out. I constantly have teeth infections, which, if you've been watching me for a long time, you know I've had some streams I've had to cancel because my teeth hurt so bad that I couldn't stream. I try not to show my teeth on camera because I'm embarrassed with them. Uh, the teeth that you can see on the front there, they are actually not that good. They are, those teeth on the sides are broken. I have many spots where it's just gums because I don't have teeth in that spot. They are broken down to the gum line. I'm going to have, it's like $4,000 for getting fixed. This cat. There we go. If I could say one thing about I would say that all the people that are standing up with him should not be standing up for him, and I think he deserves to go to jail. That's just, I
think it was legitimate self-defense, but he put himself in that situation.
Yeah, he was. It might have been self-defense with his stuff, but I don't think that he took a gun with him across state lines.
The problem is with the court case, they're not allowed to bring that up. They aren't allowed to bring up that fact. So it's like just based on the facts of what happened, and it sucks.
Yeah, I am not a supporter of him. I don't think it was like. I don't think he should have been able to go. Why would you comment on something you have no knowledge of? I do have knowledge of it. I actually do these court cases and stuff like that.
Why would you come to a stream just to be a rabble-rouser?
Like, why would you... I actually work for a subtitling place and have watched this case. I've done jobs on this case. Because he purposely crossed state lines and stuff. Like, I'm not going to discuss this and go into political stuff and stuff. I'm going to carry on with my stream and everything. But, like, if you support him, then you're probably not going to like any of my content because I don't like any of the things that he supports. But, like, if you want that kind of stream and stuff, you should probably go, like, and watch one of the people that support that stuff, because I'm not. So, well, I kind of answered your question. I said that I'm not supporting him, and like, I feel like you're just coming in here to start trouble and stuff, and like, this is a positive, trying to be a positive place for stuff. Like, we're going through a lot of stuff, and just like, I don't need bullshit from that. So, let's go. What's the next one? If you could move anywhere, where and why? I would probably go to. I would probably move to Seattle because that was like. I like the way the Washington area looks. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest.
I'm gonna stop working with that guy.
And that's just the way that I think it's really nice up there. But like, yeah, that's the way I feel about the northwestern area, Pacific Northwest. It's really beautiful. I like that area. And I think that would be a perfect place for the way I like live my life and stuff. I like that area, so I think that Pacific Northwest around Seattle would be nice. Favorite color is the easy one. I like green. Green's my favorite color. The more greenish, like teal color, like a mix between blue and green. But green is definitely like I like that. No worries or cost. Oh, that would be, where would I live? Okay, if I could live in another country in the world, no worries or cost or language barrier, where would you live? That would be a kind of an easy one and kind of a hard one at the same time, because I like the Japanese culture and all that stuff, like some of that area, the way they live and everything. But also like the older areas of like England and Wales and stuff. I think I would have to go with Japan, though. If I could live anywhere, I would probably live in Japan if we could move there and get all that fixed up, not have to worry about language and all that. Because I just like the way, even with the way the world is now, Japan seems like it's doing a better job at some of the other areas. So that's like, if anybody, going back to that guy, like, I don't know. If you've watched any of my content, you ought to know that even though I'm a Southern person, I am not a Southern right wing person at all. I am a gun rights person. Like, I believe people should be able to have guns, but the way that guy did, he was just looking for trouble. He took his AR and he crossed state lines to go there, and he was looking for trouble. He was not just going there to, oh, I'm going to stand here and defend people. No, he was looking to hurt somebody. And his little crybaby act on the court stand, those were fake tears. I've been in enough relationships with people like that to see the fake tears, and that's all that was. I'm not going to go into all that stuff on the stream. We got other stuff to answer. What is the hardest thing in your life to do because of your sickness? This was a fairly hard one as well to look for and do, because I have different stuff with my sicknesses. I've got allergies, so it could be like the garlic and onion allergy. I don't get to enjoy the food. I've got low blood sugar, so sometimes I pass out from that. I have my dizziness and health. I can't walk as much. My biggest issue that I have is not being able to go anywhere. Like, I don't know if anybody really understands how I live with agoraphobia, but just for me to go to the store is a big ordeal. Like, I can't leave my house to go. I can't go to Walmart to shop and not feel like I'm going to pass out, or not feel like I'm going to panic, or not feel like I'm going to freak out in public. And that's probably that's probably the worst thing. To spend the day with a celebrity, not streamer, but like a real celebrity, who would you pick and what would you do? Ooh, at one point that would have been Robin Williams, because I think he had an interesting life, and I would love to just sit down and play video games with him. But since he's passed on, I think right now I would like to go with Robert Downey Jr. and just grab a burger. I just think that right there would seem, even though I think I like Tom Hanks as an actor, and I love him, I think he's my favorite actor. I think it would just be cool to go sit down in a booth with Robert Downey Jr. and just have a burger and fries and just spend the day just hanging out. I think that would be the pick for that question. He seems really cool, and he's went through a lot too, and he just feels like he's in that whole chill area of his life. Pot roast TikTok cap. Okay, and then this is the last question I got that was wrote down. I had some more questions, but I lost them because I think the person deleted them. They made a lot of, on my Twitter post, there was somebody made a lot of comments, and I couldn't see those, so I don't know what that would. What's the worst you've ever felt, the lowest you've ever been? And I can pinpoint this to the day. September 1st, 2014. I was still with my ex at that time. We were already going through and having a really rough time between both of us. Her oldest son was schizophrenic, so he was currently like raging out and throwing stuff, and he was in a mental hospital. Then my ex, the night before or so, tried to stab me with a knife. She tried to actually kill me, and then I ended up having to stay there. So this was like a month before that, and then on September 1st, I was like at my lowest point, and I was like, can't do this anymore. So I tried to kill myself. I drank a whole bunch of beer and took pills, and ended up waking up in a pile of vomit the next day, and just went on about my day. But that was probably the lowest that I've been that I can actually remember. Yeah, she tried to stab me. I've actually got police reports and stuff from it. And then since I didn't have enough money to move out, I ended up having to live with this woman for another close to a year. I actually got cut that night. If I hadn't had the reflexes and stuff from my past, where I was like doing boxing and stuff, then she probably would have hurt me a lot more. It's one of those things that's sometimes I get emotional talking about all the shit that I've been through, but like it doesn't seem that bad anymore because it's in the past and I don't have to deal with it. But like my ex was whenever they say a guy can't be abused by their wife or whatever, completely wrong. She was she outweighed me by a good 100 pounds, I think. And even though like I didn't want to hit a woman, I've only ever hit a woman one time in my life, and that's whenever we had both been drinking. And this was right before after I this story I'm telling you anyway. And like she spit in my face, and I just slapped her out of reflex. That's the only time I've ever hit a woman. And that's probably the one part of the lowest time stuff. It didn't happen too much before that, but I've been through a lot in my life, and that was probably the lowest time I've ever had was that night. It was just, and the next day I woke up and went to work like nothing had ever happened, and never said a word about it, and just kept on going about it. I told my therapist. I actually went to the doctor a couple of days later to get a checkup and everything to make sure I was all right. But yeah, that was probably the lowest I've ever been. And then that's whenever they took me. I was on Valiums at the highest dose 4 times a day, and that's whenever they took my Valiums away, so it made it even worse. Yeah, Moog. It was one of those things. It's just like it's one of those things that a lot of people don't talk about, especially if you're a guy. And men share like I forget what it is. Men have a really high suicide rate. I forget how the numbers and stuff because I'm not good with remembering numbers. But like, it's one of those things that I feel we need to talk about, make it more known to people, so that way they don't like just keep it bottled up until they go too far. So I urge anybody, if they need help or they need to talk to anybody, they could like find someone. There's always somebody there. You're not alone. Like, as much as you feel like you're alone, you're never alone. There's always somebody that cares about you enough to talk to you out of this stuff. He's finally dozed off. I heard him snoring. Junior's back here snoring now.
Wow,
he's like right here. He must have ran out all his energy. His tail's there.
He cycled himself out. Where's Luna? Is she sleeping down here?
I don't know where Luna went.
Laying in wait to kill him.
Oh, she's up here, right? She'll know this or that? Nope, she's not. Okay, she ran away. That's all the questions I have wrote down. And I did have some questions that I didn't want to put on here because there were some sexual-oriented questions that I did not want to answer, period, that I got from Twitter. And I just kind of just left them off. Good. Ooh. That's a rough one, too, because there's so many bad companies. Nestle is probably right up there. Nestle is a really, really shitty company. Like, I think Nestle would be the top one on my list, too. There's some companies that's close to it, but Nestle is probably one of those. Pretty much every big company has some bad things on their stuff, but Nestle is probably... Yeah, they do so much harm to people. The stuff they done in South America or South Africa, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Africa. Was like, that was just wrong for all the stuff that they done. But yeah, Nestle would be my pick for that. I'm right with y'all. Nestle needs to. I try not to buy stuff from Nestle or Nestle companies. That's how strong I am with that. Even though I know sometimes I do. Like, I try not to. I found out Nestle had something the other. What was it you got the other day? It was Nestle, and I was like, oh, it's a Nestle product.
I don't remember now.
You got
I
some.
think it was like
Oh, I know it was. It was the push pops.
Oh, okay.
She got push pops, and I was like, ah, oh, come on. If you got to be president, what would you do? List 5 things. Ooh, I know president wouldn't work for that. If I was a king or the ruler or dictator that had the all power stuff, yeah, the push pops. I got Nestle push pops. First off, I would add altogether. I would add dental and vision into insurance. Damn it! Why is it not in there? Come on. I would fix it so the poorer people would not have to pay as much taxes as like Elon Musk and all them. Those people definitely need to pay more money than what they're paying, and because they have lawyers and little loopholes and stuff, I don't care if they're a billionaire. You have the money that you could pay more taxes than the person that's working at a dollar store. Come on. I would definitely make sure that, like where we live right now, there's not recycling for plastic waste. There's not recycling for paper waste and all that. I think that every town should have recycling at least as a minimum, as something that they have to do. I think that should be like we can pack up our bottles, our water bottles and stuff, and take them to the recycling place. They don't give you any money. It's usually backed up. You usually have to sit there if you're recycling bottles and cardboard for sometimes hours to get them recycled because they don't normally do it where we live at. And I think that right there should be normalized, where recycling should be normalized. I would like to do more for the homeless population and have them a cheaper play, because we have so much land and area. I think we should have places where homeless people should live. And I am very much one of those that nobody should be homeless. And also on the same page that some people are homeless because of their own personal things that they've done. And it's really hard to make it sound good about what I'm saying, because I'm not talking about the people that's on drugs and all that. Those people need help. But I know some people are homeless because they're scamming other people, and they're only homeless by choice. Because I actually knew a guy that's in our town. He made more a week being homeless than actually I did work in a 60 to 70 hour a week job. And he was homeless, but he lived out of a tent. And he chose that way. So I guess that he's not really homeless, and he probably could afford a house. So it's one of those things that I don't want to get into the semantics of, because it would be a big ordeal to get into. My last thing, I think we need better policies for companies to take care of their employees better. And I think that's my 5 for that. But yeah, if I was a ruler, I would try to be a just ruler. I wouldn't be one of these people that's taking kickbacks and stuff from people like everybody else I know lately. So I've answered all this stuff. I just saw something on my stream or somewhere that said Mother Nature. Where did I read that at? I just read something. Cutting off in traffic. Oh, it's right there. Okay. We'll fold that down. We won't deal with that. If anybody's got any other questions that you want to ask, go ahead and ask. I'll give it a few minutes and try to answer to the best of my ability. Try not to go into politics as much as you can, because I know that's a big issue for a lot of people. I'll just tell you that I'm more Democrat than I am Republican, and that should be. There are 2 types of people. One provides optical and dental. Like, if the other issues wasn't that big, like if it was a minor issue, I would probably take away half the people that can drive in this country's license away from them and not allow them to be in a car, if that helps with that question at all. Because I think half the people that can drive should not be allowed to drive, period. And my neighbor is a good example of this. The man is like 84, I think. I think he's 84 years old. He drives daily. Since we've lived here, in the past year, twice he has hit his own house. Twice. 2 times. 1 year. Hit his own house. He has a big ramp leading off his porch because his wife was in a wheelchair. And he has pulled up there once. He didn't have the car in gear. And he actually fell out of his vehicle. And I actually had to go help him up. And he should not be driving. And the second time, he just like stepped on the gas instead of the brakes. So, exactly. There needs to be, I think we should have driving tests every so many years. And I'm not talking about you go in and you get your driver's license renewed. I think there should be more detailed tests for driving. The way they do in like Germany. Germany, yes, they have the Autobahn where you travel very fast on it. But very few people have driver's license because of that. Like, you have to pass a big test to do it.
I think my least favorite thing, like, when Mom got that pain pump, I thought it was wacky that they didn't have to, like, report that to the license away or anything.
That's another example. My wife's mother, my mother-in-law, she got a pain pump from the doctor, of course, like, actual pain pump. Didn't have to do anything with her. She still has her driver's license. That woman she's almost blind. She has, like, very bad corrective lenses and stuff. And she was on a pain pump. So that means she's always under the influence while she's on this pain pump. And didn't have to, like, she could still be driving. And to me, that would be, like, something that they should have, like, they took her car away. Like, her sister got her car and took it away and stuff. But, like, they should have done something else to keep her from driving. And I think that should be something that people should do. What other questions we got? What other stuff y'all want to pick my mind on? Yeah, she's hit so much stuff. She hit an actual person and still didn't get her license taken away. It was like, how do you hit people and not get your license taken away? Come on, people.
Now, that one time where she ran over that one homeless guy that puttered around town, it was just because she couldn't see him because he was under the level of her.
Yeah, but I mean, like still.
That one guy she ran over.
That one guy she ran over, but still. I have caused one accident my entire life. I've been in multiple accidents, but I've caused one. And it was just a minor fender bender. And it was because I think I hit I'm not sure if I hit ice or if the brakes just didn't work properly. I rear-ended one of our friends that we work with. That's pretty much how it goes, Matsu. Okay, here is our driver's test. Y'all live in bigger cities. Let me give you our driver's test. We live in a small city. It's like 13,000 population. Our driver's test, whenever I took my driver's test, was to drive on the highway, make a large circle, and come back to our place. When I drove on my test, there was no one else on the road, period. I didn't have to worry about people signaling. I didn't have to worry about anything. I hit green lights the whole way there. I didn't have to stop at a red light. We don't have to do parallel parking. We don't have to show people we can turn signal. We don't have to show hand signals for cars. We don't have to do any of that to get our license in the town I'm in. So that is what you're dealing with, people. That's their driver's. My wife just recently had to take her driver's license test again because she lost her license due to a ticket, and she lost her license because she didn't pay it, and it was like one of those ordeals. She went and got her license. She drove in the country. Okay, that's what she's doing it now. She's right there's her description. She drove. This is a rural area. It's not even in a city area. Her driver's license place is now in a rural area, and she drove down the road and she was back within like 5 minutes. That was the driver's test. Did you do the written test? You didn't even have to do a written test, did you?
I didn't have to do the written test.
Yeah, she got her license back. Didn't even have to do a driver's license. Oh yeah, it's on the area that's at is like a wide road. It's not even one of those old country roads either. It was just like a nice paved straightaway stretch. Drove out there so far, turned around into an area. No parallel parking. We don't do parallel parking here. There's only one place in town that you parallel park at. I'll give you another one. My uncle had to go to get his driver's license 2 weeks after I did for a DUI. He drove and got his license drunk. got his driver's license while intoxicated because he was never sober. He drunk from the moment he was alive to the moment he was dead. I will tell you something else though. You can come down here, get your driver's license, and then go up to where you're at and drive. Like it's perfectly legal. If you get a Tennessee state license, you can drive anywhere. So it's just like, but yeah, it's weird down here. That's right. In his defense, the man did walk straighter whenever he was drunk. That's all I'm going to say with that. I do not condone drunk driving. That's one of the reasons why I'm messed up the way I am now is a drunk driver hit us. But I can parallel park. My wife can parallel park, but it will take it. I'm not just like the nice easy go in. It takes me a little while to parallel park. We do have a place in town where we can parallel park. Yeah, he was definitely alcoholic where he had to have a couple of beers in him just to stop the shakes. And whenever he took his driver's test to make sure that he was not like, he made sure he took a shower at my parents' house before he went to the driver's license place, which was like 3 minutes away from the driver's place. He took a shower immediately to go to get his license, so that way he smelled like all the soap. He put on a heavy amount of cologne. And he had drunk just to a certain point. Like he drunk whiskey. I don't know how much of the bottle he drunk before he went. But yeah, he was inebriated or alcohol impaired whenever he got his driver's license. And then he laughed about it after they gave him his license, and they didn't do a damn thing about it. And I don't know about that part. That's what he was called. Stop calling you out like that. No, I'm gonna tell you, Mick. If you're actually like, I know you talk about you drinking quite a bit. If you need someone to help you stop drinking, if that's a choice or option, and you don't get so far off that you can't stop. Like, get some help before you get that point, bud. Because we care about you, and we don't want you to be like my wife's dad. He drunk himself to death. So it's no way to. There's other ways to take care of it. And I'm not going to call you out, and I'm not going to be like pressuring you and stuff. But if you need help, let us know, and we will try our best to help you. But if you're just like, I drink a lot, and that's what I do, that's a whole different thing. So, yeah, her dad was like, he stayed drunk all the time. Like, he would drink at work. Like, I know you're not drinking like that bad, so we'll get off of that. Everything, but like the way it is driving around here, you don't need the same type of license type that you would get in, like, that's not the right thing. It's the same type of license. You don't get the same license training as you would get in a bigger city than you do here, because some cities require you to have driver's ed and to pass driver's training before you can even get your thing. So, yeah, I know. I figured it was, but like I just want to throw that out there just in case you need to hear it. Because like I had a friend he would make jokes about that all the time, and then he was actually not joking. He would make it feel like a joke, but he would actually he was needing help, and then he ended up being in a car wreck and injured himself before. That's what caused him to get sober. It was a good wake-up call, but it was a wake-up call he did not need. He was drinking on a motorcycle, hit a tree going 75 miles an hour. So, he's in Cali, which because sometimes you need to at least comprehend and read English enough. Yeah, I do think that I think a good portion of like people that are driving need to have better tests for the language stuff as well, because I'm all for people speaking multiple languages and learning that stuff, but if you can't speak English enough to read road signs and all kinds of stuff, it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like there should be more strenuous tests, is the best way to put it. More strenuous tests on getting your driver's license. And like I know some of y'all like Mugen, and I'm sure Matsu, y'all have public transportation, right? Y'all have the buses and trams and taxis and all that stuff. We don't have that here. If you don't have a car, you're pretty much screwed. We don't even have Lyft. We don't have Lyft. We don't have Uber. We have a local taxi person that is one guy that drives around in a taxi, and that's all you have. We have U-carts, which is the closest thing, which is a big van that takes people to doctor's appointment, and usually those are elderly people or disabled people. But that's all we have here. Like, if you don't have a car, you're kind of screwed on everything because there's no other way that you can get around. And if you live in Nashville, you do have buses. Yeah, see, we don't have any of that. We have, I want to say we're with you, Meg. I think we have 2 taxis. I think it's a wife and a guy couple that drive taxis together. But they rarely ever get any use. I think they actually run a side business on top of that, and it's just kind of like part-time stuff. Yeah, we have no sidewalks here either. Like, a lot of y'all have sidewalks in your town. We don't have sidewalks. We don't have bike lanes.
Oh, I meant to tell you.
They're same company.
They're putting in sidewalks down there.
They're actually putting in sidewalks? Okay,
newsflash.
Newsflash, we have sidewalks.
We have the beginnings of
we have some sidewalks. I'm not going to say the whole town doesn't have sidewalks, but most of our town does not have sidewalks.
They've carved out about 10 feet so far. That looks like they're going to put a sidewalk.
We have a lot of foot traffic in this area just because people are so poor that they can't afford vehicles, and we have no public transportation. And there's no, like, we have multiple people that's been hit in this town because we don't have sidewalks, which will be a big thing. We have one bike lane, but it's around a park. So ours are not competitors. Ours are, I'm pretty sure they're the same company. Either that or they park at the same spot. But we don't have a taxi service, and I'm not actually sure if they actually really do taxi service anymore. Like, I haven't seen them in a while. They used to be, do you know if they still park up there? They used to park up at Tygen's.
I haven't noticed them, but I don't go there.
I might be wrong. We might not even have a thing. Yeah, we have, that is pretty much the way it is around here. Okay, let me tell you the weird thing. Okay, we live in the middle of the city. If I could explain this in the right way, think of suburban areas. That's what we live in, but it's like the whole town is like that. We have houses and blocks, but none of them match. One street over from us, a block away, they have a sidewalk. Halfway up the street. Okay? The next road over has sidewalks for almost all of it because it leads up to town. The next road over from that, no sidewalks again. It's like really weird spacing. Some of our roads, one of our roads over from us 2 streets down is called Winding Way. And the road is so curvy that most people avoid it even in cars because there's been so many accidents on that road. It's just not safe to walk, drive, or be anywhere outside close to a road here. And I could probably look up on the newspaper and check when the last time we had a person get hit while they were walking. But it's been pretty recently. We have people get hit walking probably once, twice, 3, 4 times a year. And we live in a town of 13,000 people. Which, according to the thing, we actually live into a city. I don't know how you differentiate between cities, towns, whatever you want to call them. There's like a certain population or something, but like, we're labeled a city, and I guess Nashville is related to metropolitan area. There we go. I think that's the word for it. And in between those cities, in between those towns, there's multiple cities that are way bigger than us, but they're still labeled a city. I don't know how you do the town thing. I'm not going to say I know about that stuff. My nose. What else can we discuss before I get off here? Because I don't want to take up too much time for stuff, and I'm not playing. I was planning on playing stuff on stream tonight, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to just go do this tonight, and then possibly do. I know me and Mugen talked about doing some Swift together on her stream. I don't know if she's still wanting to do that or not. I'm fine with whatever. If you want to stream something solo, you stream something solo. It's your stream, buddy. We will be there and support you. Trying to think of anything else that I wanted to say or go through this or answer questions about. I can't really think of anything that I had. Most people that's on here and come in here daily know I have health issues. I guess I could go over all those. I'm agoraphobic for sure. That's agoraphobic, which means that I cannot leave the house without having a panic attack. I have gastroparesis, which is a stomach issue. That means my stomach does not process food correctly, and I have to eat smaller amounts, chew my food up better, eat certain things. I'm not allowed to have like beans, certain fruits, certain vegetables, certain types of food. Not allowed to have that. I'm not supposed to eat a lot of greasy stuff. Let's see. I've got hypoglycemia, which is low sugar, which is the opposite of diabetic. Sometimes my sugar is low and I pass out. I've eaten a whole cake before, and when I say a whole cake, I mean a whole cake, yellow cake, chocolate icing. Eat the whole thing, and my sugar was only 120. 120 is like the high level of normal. It's like 70 to 120 is like normal readings. That was that. I have brain damage and PTSD from a car wreck, the anxiety disorder stuff. I get nervous when I'm not driving a car. If I'm a passenger in a car, I freak out the whole time. I'm constantly trying to press those imaginary brake pedals. If my wife drives, I am constantly going, I hate this. And
I stole John's Hot Pocket.
Oh, you stole his Hot Pocket?
Uh-huh.
My wife's not a bad driver. But like if I'm in a vehicle with a bad driver, they will know it that I think they're a bad driver because I'm constantly like freaking out.
Have you ever been in the car with Jennifer driving?
Yes, I have. I was trying to think. That's pretty much all my health issues. I've got a little bio somewhere down there below my stream that says health issues stuff. Yeah, I can drive, and like I said, with my agoraphobia, I don't like to leave home. I am much... The agoraphobia to a point, when it equals me going to a store or a crowded place, is a bigger deal. I can walk around the block, and it doesn't bother me half the time. Yeah. Was it driving in the snow again, or just driving? So no, we share similar stuff with the driving issues, because I've said this multiple times on stream. Yeah, I'm more anxious when I'm not driving. If I'm driving the car, I'm more calm. If I don't have control of the car, it really bothers me. I feel that very much. Every time I'm in a car and I hit a slick spot, it bothers me. If I'm a passenger in a slick spot, it will scare the fuck out of me. Yeah, like any time that I lose control, it bothers me. And that's one of those things. I have not been tested for autism, but I want to be tested for autism just because a lot of the stuff that they've said, I could fit the bill with one of those the high functioning autistic stuff. I could have that. I could have Asperger's, which you might want to look that up and see what you think. I haven't looked it up, but I have traits for that because when I'm not in control, I really freak out. It's a big ordeal with me, and sometimes I know I get really loud and yelly. Like we had a tornado warning. I think it was last year, the year back, and I freaked out on my wife and yelled and screamed and stuff. And she actually screamed back at me, and it kind of snapped me out of it and got him back in the thing. But like I freak out really, really badly, and I was told that was a sign for autism stuff. I'm not sure if I have autism or not, but like I have some signs for it. Yeah, I I think it was an '86 Mercury Cougar, and it was rear-wheel drive with a V8 in it. And I hit a slick spot and went off into the ditch a couple of times in it. It really bothers me driving in slick weather. Especially more for y'all, because our slick weather is not y'all slick weather. Completely different thing. Our slick weather is, like, if we have a snowstorm, a 1-inch snowstorm will scare the hell out of us. Yeah, you're on the same page I am. It's just one of those things, like, I have things that happen, and I'm really structure based too, and I guess that's the thing, is one of those things that I have to have structure. I like schedules. I like going for this time and this time, and like right now where we're just kind of chatting and I'm just like answering questions and telling more about myself and stuff. It's really like I'm anxious for it. It's not like me going, I'm going to stream for 3 hours and I'm going to play this game, and that's one of those things. It's just one of those. I don't like having that. Like, I'm choosing to do this, and I did it. I said I was going to do it, and I'm happy I did it because I answered a lot of questions that some people had. But it's also like I'm really anxious at the whole time while I'm doing this. Thanks, Matsu.
At least you only have one shithead come in.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I try to be as open as I can because I know a lot of people are suffering with this stuff, and especially if you're a guy, it's really hard to like open up about stuff like this. I know some people that were in the military and they had a hard time opening up about anything. Finger guns. Anything that's rear-wheel drive is really bad in snow and ice. I know that much. Around here, we have the problem with four-wheel drive rednecks who think they're good in ice, but it doesn't matter what type of vehicle you have or what kind of drive you have in your vehicle. Ice don't cooperate with cars. Unless you got a track or you have like specific tires for ice, yeah. And you can't get these rednecks around here to I can give you a good example of this because one of the ladies that we know, that right there. My wife can maybe find this and link it up.
See if I can find it in my imager.
She made a Facebook post saying she was going to go. We're going to go out and play in the snow. We're going to go out and play. It was like 30 minutes later, and she totaled her truck.
It was so funny.
And it's like it was a brand new truck too, brand new. They just bought it like 2 or 3 weeks before. Well, it's not brand new, but it's like brand new to them. You know, the whole it's used, but it's still new to them. But it's like that's how people do around here. They're like, "Bro, we're gonna go out here and play." It's like it's fine playing. Not the news. But yeah, she totaled that truck. She was going, and I guess they were actually not playing at this point, but she drove across the bridge, and the bridge was icy and totaled her truck. I think it was a bridge. It was a bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. An overpass or something.
She drove an overpass or something like that. Like, I am all for going out and playing in the snow and stuff, but y'all's playing in the snow is probably a lot different from our playing in the snow too, because these morons are on our streets playing in the snow. They're not in a field. They're not on a back old country road. They're on the 4-lane highway that goes through town, and that's where they're deciding to try to do their donuts and everything in the snow.
Oh, I found the post.
Okay, she's found the post. She's going to put the post in a chat if it lets her. She should be able to because she's a mod.
It's so funny seeing it again.
But yeah, it's the area that we have people do this on is like we do it on our main roads. I mean, they don't do it on the back roads where no one's at, no one lives, there's no houses, you know. They don't do this out in the country. They don't do this in an open field where no one's there and you can't hurt it. They do this on our city streets. So, and we don't really have a front yard for our house, and the kids play sometimes in the street. And we have a street beside us that's really quiet, but it's like, yeah, she was laughing about it. She was laughing. She found this thing right there's the. Is that all the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the pictures and the
Three of
messages
them.
there. So, if y'all are interested in that, that's that stuff. We're one of the. Yeah, that's not the truck that I sold him, right? That's not the other. Oh, yeah, it was the other one. Okay.
Yeah, that truck.
Uh,
It's funny because it's like 3 hours. 3 hours. Like, she
But-
literally within an hour.
it's
wrecked
funnier
that truck.
because they were safe. There was no damage done to them personally, besides the realization that they had messed up badly and done that. So she is a anti-vax person. She was a Trump supporter. She was all about all these things and getting all these illegal people out of our country that wasn't illegal. She was straight up carrying on a couple. We have is it Korean? Vietnamese? The donut shop?
I think they're Korean.
I think they're Korean. We have a Korean donut shop, and she actually like attacked the people that work there because they're illegal in this country when they're not. And it was like she's one of those people that kind of deserve this, you know. She's one of those Karens that like you want something a little bad to happen to her to shut her up for a little bit, and that kind of happened. So she like. I am not racist or anything like that no more. I'm not fine with people getting hurt that like I better not say that because some people that I think are racist should be hurt. Like it's hard to say this. I can't put it in words to describe how I feel. Like you want them to just shut up and change their mind is pretty much what it was. Like don't be racist, like don't be homophobic. I grew up that way. I know it's wrong now, and it's a really embarrassing part for me now to be like that. And I've said this multiple times on stream and stuff. I grew up really racist. My family is KKK, like straight up Aryan Nation, KKK, Confederate people, South will rise again people. I'm not even joking. My uncle lives 2 houses down from me, got a Confederate flag flying high, and has a KKK sticker on his bike, or did have. I think he took it off. I'm not sure. Because his biking buddies didn't really agree with it. I grew up with that. I did not realize I was racist until I was like 19 or 20 when I was around people like that. I didn't realize I was homophobic until I was 19 or 20. I'm not now. Like most of the people that I'm friends with are homophobic and are not homophobic, homosexual. Most of my friends that I'm with now are homosexual, and I'm completely fine with that. It doesn't affect me at all. Like, I don't make fun of it. I get on to my kids whenever they make some kind of joke that I think goes too far. Mugen here. But it's just like, my family is still homophobic. My cousin is how tall was Jamie? I can't remember. Was he 6'7"?
He's like 6 something. He's tall as hell.
My cousin is a 6'7" tall drag queen who is gay, and they give him all kinds of hell. And I grew up with this guy. He's only a few years older than I am, and I didn't realize he was gay when I was younger. And we grew up, and he was the one that really changed my mind, being like, hey, you should stop using these things to say stuff, because I've never really been homophobic, like attacking people, but I would say stuff that would be slurs or considered slurs that should not be said and be politically correct or nice to people or friendly. I don't know the best way to put it, but I said a lot of hurtful things that I didn't really need to be hurtful, but shouldn't have been, you know? Exactly. That's exactly how, like, I've told this story before a couple of times. I was 19 working at a place 2 towns over. I got a flat tire on my car, or on my truck, and didn't have a way to fix it. I had just started this place. These Hispanic people come over to me, and first initial reaction was, I'm stranded here. I'm getting ready to get jumped. That's what I was thinking because I was 19. I'm stupid. I seen a bunch of Mexican, Hispanic, Latino people coming towards me, and it freaked me out. Just kind of calmly asked them what they wanted, and the older guy there, his name was Marty. I loved that guy when I started being around him, and he taught me so much about working on cars and stuff. He come over and he goes, "You need help?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got a flat tire. I don't have a jack." He said, "Let me go. I'll see what I can do." He went back to his truck, and I had to spare. I could have swapped it, but I didn't have a jack to jack that with. They couldn't find a jack, and I told him, "It's like, man, I'm just trying to get home." And he goes, "We'll help out." I had, I think, 10 guys, 10 Hispanic guys, 10 Latin guys, Latino guys, whatever you want to call them. They come up. They picked up the back of my truck and changed my tire for me with their just, like strength. They picked up the truck, changed the tire, fixed my tire. I didn't even fix it. They wouldn't let me touch it. They fixed it for me, showed me out, got my truck fixed on, and then gave me food to eat on the way home. It's like, that was one of the nicest things. And I was like, I've been so racist my whole life. That was one of the turning points. That was my first really good connection to people. And now some of my best friends that I talk to online are not white. Like, most of my people that I have on my friends list and stuff are not white. Like, I feel so much better now being around people. Yeah, it's the South down here. We actually had people get hanged. Like, they actually hung a black guy that didn't even make it to the news. Like last year, I think it might have been last year, or the year before. I can't remember. Oh, we got you. We can do everything to any crazy hillbilly story that you got. We can come up with something a little bit better. And it's not even a challenge at this point with these people around here. And we're in Tennessee. And the saying in Tennessee is that at least we're not Kentucky and at least we're not Alabama. That is a saying in Tennessee. So it gets worse than us.
At least we're not Mississippi. They're last in everything.
Yeah, that's another one. Mississippi is one of those states that's just really bad with the whole rural area stuff too. They have a lot of racism there. We have a lot here, but we actually have some places in our town that's not, or not in our town, in our country that's not getting as racist. It's like, I can understand more our issue with the Confederate flags. With they're actually like Southern people. We were part of the Confederacy. Whenever it gets up around your area and I see people with the Confederate flags, I'm like, what the hell's going on there? But yeah, it's, and then you got the whole Southern and Northern thing going on here, and then you got like Matsu out here in California being like, I don't want nothing to do with those crazy people over there. Just y'all stay over there with y'all's crazy shit. Leave me alone over here in California. It's, I don't know, like, I don't understand how people up around y'all's area is so much more racist than our area too. Like, I know some people that's come from Michigan and they were just like racist, and they moved down here because of they were racist. That's another thing. It's the support the police stuff. I am all for supporting police people, but there's also needs to be a line drawn because some police people don't need to be supported. And it's one of those things. Oh, I got another mention. What did I get mentioned? Are y'all trying to... Oh, you tagged me with stuff. I'm not going all the way to Ohio for you, Phil. Like, our police system in this country needs to be fixed. It's not in a good spot. You have some good cops, but the good cops can't do enough to outweigh the bad cops. And are you really a good cop if you let the bad cops get away with their stuff? And then there's just so many questions for that. And that's a really emotional topic for me because I've always wanted to be in the military or be a cop. And to see people and things that I've idolized when I was growing up because I wanted to be a cop because I wanted to take care of the bad guys, and then see cops not being the good guys is something that really, really ticks me off. And then whenever you see one good cop speaks up and up against their department for like all these bad cops doing stuff, and they get in trouble for it, and they lose their job, and they get blackballed and get like harassed and beaten and stuff like that, and it's just like I can't do that. I can't stand up for that. I know that one guy would be really upset with me, but because I'm sure he's on the same stance with George Floyd murderer doing his stuff, but like that cop shouldn't have done that to George Floyd. That's not how you handle that situation. There's certain times when a cop I feel that should be able to shoot people or injure people, and that was not the time or the place. Yeah, that's there's our area does not have a lot of African American people in our area, in our town. There's not a larger place around it, but I do know some people, and I grew up with a guy that lived down the street from us, and he was African American, and the cops treated him so bad. He constantly got pulled over, constantly got tickets, and when we wasn't doing nothing. And his friend they had the same exact tinting on their windows. My black friend got a ticket. My white friend did not. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's the Confederacy. There has been so much people that lasted longer than the Confederacy did. I think how long did the Confederacy last? Was it like 2 to 4 years?
How long was the Confederacy around?
It was not long. Like 4 years?
5 years.
5 years. The Confederacy lasted 5 years. Why have we still got Confederate flags up? And it's not a Southern pride thing. I've got Southern pride. Like, to me, Southern pride would be moon pies. Like, come on. What? That's a Southern snack, people. We got a moon pie here. If they want to have pride in something, have some pride with a moon pie. Have some pride with the RC Cola and some sweet tea, which I don't like sweet tea, but like, that's a pride thing. You're proud of your sweet tea because it's a Southern thing. You like cotton candy? I think cotton candy was made in Nashville, if I remember right. Cotton candy made. Oh, wait, that's wrong. First cotton candy. Am I right there? Was it Nashville? I can't see it, but I think the first, if I remember right my facts, I get these weird little facts and stuff in my head that pop up sometimes. I'm almost positive cotton candy was made in Nashville. I mean, be proud that we made cotton candy. Be proud of country music. Something like that. That right there, yes. It's like, you have some of these cops, it's like, they're saying stuff like that. It's like, just chill out and don't do this. Don't be mean. Don't be wrong. You can be a good person. It's not hard to be a good person. It takes very little to be a good person. And just promoting racism and stuff. Like I said, I've got KKK family members. I don't find it. You alright, Pootie? She's not happy. Like, all my family members, most of those people have never been around black people or being around Hispanic people or different colored people, different racist people, whatever you want to say. They've never been around other people, and they blame those people for their problems when it's not their problems. Maybe. You're white and you're poor because this company screws you out of money and you're working for stuff. Like, I've worked and done so much for companies and stuff and never got a decent pay for it. Like, whenever I was a lead operator, my pay was like $15, $16 an hour. I spent 60 hours a week. I actually run presses through breaks. I would miss breaks, skip breaks, and everything like that. If they had paid me for what I actually done, I probably would have been making like double that.
Do you want out? Are you upset with me?
And you know those companies, the big wigs, they don't make a small amount of wage like you do. They make thousands and thousands of dollars to your hundreds, and that bothers me too. Mugen's a good example for that. Where she works at, the people that run her company or her job that she works at, I don't want to say where you're at. I'm not going to go into details because that's for your stream to do. But like the people that run that stuff, they make so much money. The people that run your business stuff have so much money, and to pay the people that work there the wages that you're making, that's horrible. Like I couldn't. They're like some of the biggest people. Like, like they make so much money. Those people have yachts. They didn't do anything to get that. Like, that's like Trump stuff. Trump did not earn any of his money. His daddy gave it to him. He's not a worker. Oh, did you put in your 2 weeks? I didn't know if you got your 2 weeks put in or not. Are you actually leaving, or did you find another job, or? Okay, that's.
Oh, I forgot I was making that.
I mean, that's what they make down here too. I mean, it's Walmart pays more than our factories. Go. I hope you have better luck at your Walmart than we had at our Walmart, because our Walmart sucked. But that was more a carry and put into power type thing that you dealt with. That was what happened at our Walmart. They fixed that. Like
you worked there when Pebbles worked there?
Yeah, I worked there when Pebbles worked there.
Mom worked with Pebbles. I can't remember.
I worked when your mom worked there, I think. I'm pretty sure I worked there when your mom worked there because she was in fashion stuff too, right?
She mostly worked in the deli and the bakery, but they kind of floated her all over. Mom used to be a really competent hard worker.
Yes, that's horrible. Having a supervisor of that big of a place make $17 an hour. That should be, especially in a big city like down here, $17, $18 an hour. Hell yeah, that's good money. Like where you're at, that's not good money. It's one of those things that's like, I'm gonna tell you, the last place the place where me and my wife met, we worked at a factory, and we made engine covers. Is what we did. It's injection molding. I got cut, I got bruised, I worked my butt off. It took, for each one of us, when we quit, they replaced us with 3 people. It took 3 people to amount the work that we did at a night. What was it, $12 an hour is what we made?
I made $10 an hour. What'd you make?
Oh, I
think I made like 10.
Oh, I had raises that you didn't because I worked there longer. I had raises. I made like almost 12 and she made like 10 something.
Yeah.
And we put in, this is 40 hours, 60 hours a week. When I worked at a brake factory, and that's where I was the lead job at, I worked there breathing in the chemicals for the brakes, working in the heat. In the summer, in August here, it was like 120 degrees inside the factory at the coolest. Like it was constant, like hot. You get burned. I got burned. I had bones broken working this job and everything else. The highest amount of money I made was $16 an hour, I think. Oh, I must have had an ad roll pop up. I'm sorry if you're watching a commercial right now. I should have canceled it for this stream. But like, my arms hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts working in a factory, and I barely made a livable wage in some of y'all's areas. Like, I don't know how much difference it is, but if I was making $15 an hour and working in California, that would not be a good enough stuff. Yeah, it's so much stuff. Let me do this. Mick. So that way he can see it, because I don't know if he can see it or hear me because of the ad. Yeah, it's like these people that's higher up don't expect people to, like, I don't know how they expect us to live on this small time. There goes Goblin. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate it. And she's telling her story here, so I'm listening. You know, you could just come over here and say it out loud and
Yeah.
stop it. I've had to fire people because they didn't want to work, and I've had to fire people because they were on drugs and stuff. And I would much rather have had people like the firing people for not working and being lazy. I can understand it more with the stuff. Yeah, it's the people that's on drugs need help. They don't need to be fired. They need to be like.
I mean, she needed to be fired maybe and then get help because
That's what I'm talking about. People that are on drugs and stuff and need help need to actually be able to get help and not lose everything they have because they're on drugs.
This girl would sit back in the area where we're supposed to be like grinding parts, and she would get the welding helmets and she would just draw on them with a paint marker for hours.
Yeah.
And like they would come by and be like, "Stop it, work," and she'd be like she was just high as hell. She was stuck.
I'll tell you a sad, tragic story as well on the drug rehab front here that goes on in this state. One of my closest friends that like we don't talk that much anymore because he's busy with his life and stuff. But when we see each other in the store, we'll sit there and talk just like it's old times. He's like I moved in with him, for a while and everything. He was a twin. His twin brother was really bad with meth. And I don't know if y'all have a meth issue where y'all are at, but it's real bad here. Our town is actually nicknamed Meth Menville. He went to rehab. During his rehab stint, he was doing better. He was doing really good. They prescribed him whatever pill it is. What's the pill for meth? The substitute that they give him.
I mean, they put him on like methadone.
Methadone. Yeah, they give him methadone. They prescribed him methadone before he went into rehab. When he got out of rehab, he had lost a bunch of weight. And evidently when you prescribe methadone, methadone comes from they give you it based on weight and everything, and they give you a thing. When he got out, they did not change his methadone prescription to match his weight, and he overdosed and died because the clinic made a mistake. So it's like that's the kind of care you get in their area. They don't care. They just slap something to you and go about your business. Yeah, it's.
I've got a huge gripe with heroin. Like, heroin makes me so fucking mad because the whole reason heroin is even an epidemic is because they, like, pumped opioids out on everybody, give you opioids for fucking everything, and then they go, oh no, shit, we could get sued for this, we're gonna take the opioids away from everybody, we're not gonna taper them off, we're not gonna give them a program to help them, we're just gonna take all the drugs they've been on for years away, and then, like, everybody's fucking shocked when they go on heroin.
That's the main people are on meth here is because they were doing, they got addicted to pain pills and then ended up on meth because it's the only thing that helped them. And then meth is like one of those really, really bad drugs. I don't know how rated it is compared to heroin, but it's one of those that you can take it once and then you'll always have like an urge to get it. I guess sometimes it's very hard to cure. But this Spock being fruity now. Yeah, it's one of those things that there's an issue with everything. Like, I've never been addicted to anything. Like, I actually got off of Valiums this last time because I was like, I don't want to be addicted to it. But, like, I don't have an addictive personality on that kind of stuff.
Like, that shit's so tragic because, like, nobody aspires to be a drug addict. And, like, most of the time when somebody ends up on heroin, it starts with, like, they had an injury or a surgery or something, and they got addicted to the pain pills, and then instead of helping them with that addiction, they just said, you can't have these anymore.
Yeah.
And then they go turn to heroin.
Yeah, so it's like my dad was addicted to Valiums. If he didn't have a Valium, he would go, like, he would have issues with it if he didn't get one. He was constantly trying to buy them for me and everything else when I got them, and like I only used them whenever I had to have them. I've only given them to people whenever they were out of their prescription. That was the only time I ever give anybody any illegal well, not really illegal substance, but prescribed substance to me, was if they had their prescription their own. I didn't like, here's some pills, take this.
I did used to hand out, like, I would get antibiotics all the time because I would go to the doctor and then never take them. And, like, this one dude at work constantly had abscesses. Like, you have to just give him my antibiotics.
Yeah, that's... It just feels... I've got these cats that are acting nuts today, I swear.
That one is tearing up all the posters on the wall.
Yeah. But it's so sad to have somebody that... Maybe you hurt your back and you go on pain pills and then you got addicted to those pain pills and then you can't get those pain pills anymore. So now you're freaking out and your body's all up and then you start doing these other drugs. It just ruins your life. There should be a middle ground to this stuff, is all I'm saying. Somebody needs to fix that issue. And the government needs to be more... The government needs to be doing more to help these issues. That's one other issue that I'm having. I've been going for almost 2 hours now.
Happy?
I think I'm going to stop right here in a minute. Is there any more questions y'all want to ask before I end the stream? I'll give y'all a few minutes. If there's not, I'll end the stream and then if you're wanting to play something, Moog, if you're getting ready to start your stream up, because are you streaming right now? Or are you just listening to me ramble on? Because I know you were planning on streaming too. Okay, so Fox is streaming. Oh, you're not streaming either. Where is he at? Oh, your sounds are acting up again. You're not. If you got to do one drug with no risk of addiction or OD, what would you choose? I don't even know, because I've never been like, the only drug I've been offered before that I was like tempted to take was the marijuana. But like, I've never had the urge to do that. Like, to me, to here, that would probably be the one drug that I would probably choose to do, just because it has the least side effects and it would probably might help me. I've had my therapist and my psychologist beforehand had wanted me to get on. I don't think I said the, but I might have done it where I'm rambling.
The marijuana.
But
the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, probably marijuana if I had to choose a drug that I would choose to do. And like I said, I think it needs to be legal. I think it really needs to be legal. I don't think you should be smoking marijuana and driving. I don't think you should be like working under the influence of marijuana. But I don't see the whole issue of smoking it. Well, after a certain age, I do know that it does have issues for younger people. It has been linked to development issues of like teens, but I say after a certain age you should be able to do it no problem. Is it 25 you can smoke after 25 and it doesn't bother you?
Weed? Yeah, your brain's done forming at 25, so they recommend that you don't
So
smoke weed.
yeah, it's one of those drugs they recommend don't smoke weed before 25 because it does impair your developmental growth and stuff. But after you hit 25, I'm almost positive there's no side effects for it besides if you're smoking it, you could get cancer because you're smoking in smoke and the smoke damages your lungs. No matter what people say that's like, smoking it cures cancer, smoking marijuana doesn't cure cancer. That's not how that works. But I would probably like do edible because edible seems safer. I don't think I could smoke anything anyway just because of how my lungs is. If you smoke anything, it damages your lungs because you have smoke going in your lungs. That's how that works. If you're vaping, vape is going in your lungs. That hurts your lungs. And I just don't want to deal with that. Oh, you already drinking?
I just opened it. Ow!
Spock's being mean. But yeah, I'm probably going to wrap up right here in a second. And then, if you want to play, I can play stuff with you. Yeah. I'm pro weed here, but not like. Okay, we'll get in touch and see if you're wanting to do something together. It's fine, whatever you think. I'm just going to stream late tonight. But yeah, it's one of those things that, like she said, it messes her anxiety up real bad. The doctors had told me that it could help me because I'm really tense all the time.
Definitely could. I'm just one of those weird
But
people that reacts differently.
that's. I also have a lot of weird reactions to stuff, and I'm also scared to try it because I have had friends freak out from just marijuana. This was younger, when they were younger and teens. I was like the straight guy that was always ferrying around. Everybody was drunk and high whenever I was younger because I don't do that stuff. And this one guy, it took us multiple hours to calm him down from smoking because he was just freaked out. And then after he came down from his high, which I don't know what it feels like to come down from a high and stuff because I've never done it, but the other people with me did. They smoked too. And they were like, man, you're just like, you got to calm down and everything. It was like he was on a acid trip or something. And I've been around people that's on acid trips. It was like that. And all he done was smoke one joint. And it was just like, it's kind of like an allergic reaction. Some people, it happens to people like that. Sometimes it don't. And you'll have a lot of people that like smoke all the time say, no, it doesn't do that. But it's like, it's not the same for every person. It's like drinking a Coke. I can drink this Coke. It's got no caffeine in it. It might not bother me, but somebody that is really sensitive or diabetic, this could like almost kill them. So it's like, yeah. Yeah. Especially like I've worked. I helped. We have a local fair that comes around here, and the people that I was around then was like, oh my god. Phew. Yeah. The biggest area here we have a factory that like people fail drug tests. They'll be out for like 3 weeks. They'll get clean enough to pass the drug test and go back to work there, and it's horrible. Are you typing stuff out? Okay, I'll wait till she gets done typing stuff out, and then I'll stop my stream, and then you can get your stream set up, and then we'll join you for some DVD. I'll need to get me a bite to eat and stuff, but we can do that. But yeah, I've never been. Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know how bad you can get addicted to anything, because you can get addicted to anything. Like, yeah, it's one of those things that I think that I should be able to try, but like you can't try it here because it's still illegal in Tennessee. Like you can't smoke pot. You can't. It's not even medically. Is it? It's not medically legal either here, right?
I don't think so. I don't think it's legal in any way, shape, or
We
form.
grow it here for medical purposes, but I don't think you're allowed to use it.
Legality in Tennessee.
It come up for a vote, and I think they put it down again, which I think is just shitty. Like if a doctor says it's all right to take this, let them take it. I mean, they used to give people cocaine for stuff.
Legal is cannabidiol products that contain less than 0.9% THC for the treatment of intractable seizures.
Okay, so you can have marijuana here only for seizures. That's the only thing you can get it for, and it's a low dose.
Really marijuana, it's CBD products.
It's a CBD type product. CBD is barely legal here. Yeah, I've always been one of those people that I don't know if I've said this online or not. I was a self-harmer for years. That was always my thing. I self-harmed instead of done drugs. Whenever I was with my abusive parents and stuff, my arm is like scarred all the hell up. My back, my legs. I got in fights just to be able to feel the pain. Pain has always been my coping mechanism for everything. So I never got into the drugs or anything like that. But yeah, that's what I did. That and working out. Working out was a good one. Working out is like beneficial for you though. It's not like I guess you can go too far on it. Yeah. I worked out for I worked out quite a bit, but like I did a bike earlier, but not a spin bike. What type do we have? Elliptical.
Just
I don't know. We've got some kind of workout thing. I use it. I'm glad you're getting healthy too, though. Like working out is the best thing you can possibly do. That should be everybody's addiction because not only does it make you feel better, it makes you live longer and everything else. It might suck when you first start doing it, but after a while, it gets better. And like most of y'all know that stuff because y'all are like adults. Y'all are not kids, but like that's a good thing to replace any bad vice with is some kind of form of exercise. It's really beneficial. Just a walk is a good form of exercise to help get your mood. I wish I could do it more often. It is getting cooler, so I will actually be able to walk more because walking here, I think in July it was like 90, upper 90s, and with our humidity level, it was like 107 outside. So walking during that time was hell. So we got the exercise bike and stuff. So I've been doing that. I was on that for like 20 minutes today, and I got a cramp real bad, and I stopped. So I'm getting more active, and I think I'm trying to think of the right word, but yeah. The sunlight one is hard for me because if I'm outside for more than 10 minutes or up to 10 minutes, I can get burnt in that amount of time. I'm so pale. I don't know if the camera and stuff does me justice. Like, you can barely see my I'm really white. The camera's got a color filter on it that gives me more thing. But from our house to Walmart is... How many miles is from here to Walmart?
It's like a mile.
It's over a mile, ain't it?
It might be 2, but...
It's like a mile or 2 miles away from home. And I get sunburned if I leave my arm outside the car for that long. So, it's not too far. Is it a mile?
It's 2.2 miles.
2.2 miles and I can get burnt. I'm not good with sunlight. I am so... I know. I'm just like... I have been commented like... okay, I have so many properties for a vampire here. I am pale as hell. The sunlight burns the hell out of me. I'm allergic to garlic. Right? I'm definitely not going to a damn church. And I like to taste the blood. Vampire here. Hello. Yeah. And is your mom a lot darker than you? Because my dad was darker than I was. He's like, that was one of the reasons why he was really racist against Hispanic people, because he's Native American and he was called Hispanic all the time, and he got mad about it. I'll get sunburnt in the spring, and I'll stay red all summer. Like, I will, one burn is all it takes, and my arms will stay red. I actually think it's pale. I didn't get burnt this year. I remember now. I didn't get burnt at all. I stayed inside the whole time. But last year I got burnt, and I got burnt in I think it was March, and I stayed red until like August. Yeah, my family is my dad is like a quarter Cherokee or eighth Cherokee or something like that. I don't know. And then my mom's side of the family is like Scottish Irish. Well, like, I don't even have the facial features. My dad was like, you could tell he was Native American, and my grandmother, like, you could really tell she was Native American. She had the dark skin and the nose, the hair, everything. Yeah, that's the way my dad was. Like, my dad was actually like upset. And okay, I'll take you back to the 80s now. In our area during the 80s, there was a lot of Walmart child kidnappings. My dad refused to take me to the store with him by himself without my mom because he was scared he was going to get told he wasn't my dad. That's how the color difference in between us is. Like, he was that much darker than I was. Oh, okay, I think it's going for a break right now. It might be going for a commercial and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and end my stream here and get this fixed up. Let me double check, make sure no one's streaming at the moment that I can raid. I like to raid people, but I'm not like... Don't see anybody that I really support raiding right now, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what he was so scared of, because of the color difference. Now, I don't know how much older I am than you. Like, I know I'm older than you are, Moog, but I'm not sure how much. It's not 10 years, is it? Yeah, it is 10 years. Oh, damn. I knew you were getting close to 30. I thought you were closer to 30 than that, though. But yeah, I'm 38. So that was a... there's a bigger age difference there than I imagined. 37 in 2 weeks. Matsu's trying to push me a little bit further over the hill. He's just right behind me, pushing me. I'm pushing Jack over the hill, so I'm a little bit happier. He's 1 year older than I am. Jack Patillo is 1 year and 2 days older than I am, I think. My birthday is really close to him. We've actually talked about birthdays before. It was really good. But I appreciate everybody coming out here for the AMA, and I appreciate everything that's going on. Thanks for all the support with everything, and I'm trying to be positive with all the stuff here. Yeah, I'm also, a lot of people don't imagine me being 38. I guess I look a lot younger than 38. Of course, like, whenever I don't have my beard and I'm bald headed, I'm actually a lot younger. But like, I play video games, I watch streamers, I watch new movies and stuff. I'm just a big nerd, and a lot of the younger kids are in the same stuff that I am. So I actually got, at our last job, I was at like 33, and they thought I was the same age as them, and I was 23, 24. So yeah, I've always looked younger than I am, I guess. I don't know if I actually look 38. A lot of people say I look younger. I don't know. Yeah, Matsu, you go do a birthday stream? We can support you on that day for sure. Everybody tells me I look younger. I don't feel younger, damn it. I feel old. I know you've been really busy with your work. That's like Mugen. Mugen's been really busy with their work too. So I'm going to go ahead and end my stream. You'll probably hear us or something with Mugen here in a little bit if you watch Mugen stream. I urge everybody to go watch her whenever she starts streaming. We're going to be Dead by Daylight. That's what you want to do, Moog? We doing some Dead by Daylight? And whenever she gets her technical difficulties fixed up and stuff, we'll be joining her for a little bit for some Swift stuff. But yeah, we're going to be relaxing and drinking and stuff. Trying for 6:30. Okay. That'll give me enough time to get up and use the bathroom and get me a bite to eat and stuff. I'm going to make me another little pizza. So I might be a little bit late, but that's fine. You can do your talk on and stuff. But I appreciate everybody hopping in and chatting and stuff. And I appreciate all the questions and the support we're getting. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I'll talk to you whenever I talk to you. I'll probably stream tomorrow or something. I've just got so much work going on. We do have... our youngest is getting his tonsils taken out tomorrow. So it will be... maybe a stream, maybe not a stream. It depends on how well his surgery goes and how well he's feeling and stuff. But we'll get that going on. It just adds more to the stress of the whole looking for a home situation. But I appreciate each one of y'all. And we'll go end it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.